Murphy looking untucked shirt. Untucked shirt made the ball the perfect length. Untuckit.com code Colin. Untuckit.com code Colin. 20% off. Okay, before I get to the Jets-Patriots reversal, touchdown reversal, which is just so bizarre, let me just say, Michael Jordan's always been about Michael Jordan. He's always been about selling shoes. He's the greatest basketball player ever, remarkably petty and small considering how great he was, and he is the greatest basketball player of all time. Magic and LeBron are close. I'm not disputing that. But cigar aficionado, Jordan smokes 6 cigars a day. That's what the magazine said. Good luck for that. That's a lot of cigars. I don't smoke that many a year. And he was talking about this super team era in the NBA. Oh, the super team era. By the way, Jordan's doing this to protect his brand. My years in the league were much better. Jordan says, quote, you're going to have 1 or 2 teams that are going to be great, and the under 28 teams are going to be garbage, or they're going to have a tough time surviving in the business environment. Translation, the Warriors and the Cavs are just too dominant. It's just no good, and everybody else is garbage, and a bunch of teams are just surviving. Oh, that's interesting because, again, let's do a little research. Let's go back to 1998, Michael Jordan's years. The bottom of the league had 5 teams under 20 wins. The Nuggets had 11. Raptors 16, Clippers 17, Warriors, Grizz 19. Absolutely horrific. Not a single NBA team at the bottom of the league this year had under 20 wins. Brooklyn was bad, yes, but the Lakers and Sixers are at least interesting because they have stockpiled young players. The league was far worse, far less garbagey, far less competitive in Jordan's era at the bottom. By the way, Jordan's criticism is you're going to have 1 or 2 great teams. Well, when Jordan played, were the Knicks great or the Pacers or the Sonics team? The same criticisms you have of the NBA now, Michael, are the exact same during your era, where you had a dominating preseason favorite, Warriors and MJ's Bulls, that's going to win 60-plus annually, Warriors and Bulls, often facing greater competition in their own conference than the finals, Warriors and MJ's Bulls, never going to a Game 7 in the finals, Warriors, Bulls, probably likely for the Warriors. And oh, by the way, I've got the Sports Illustrated cover to prove it, a media claiming this dominance wasn't good for the NBA. By the way, in 6 years of Michael Jordan titles, MJ only played 2 Game 7s in any playoff series. Michael Jordan is saying this to reduce the current NBA, to make it seem small and uncompetitive, to protect his brand. In the NBA, fact, the bottom of the league was far worse than it is today. Far worse than it is today. The worst team, Brooklyn, by the way, made a ton of moves this offseason and probably gets closer to 25 and 30 wins. And they're the worst team in the NBA. And the top of the NBA had about 7 good teams. Go to the over-unders in Vegas. I did this morning. You got about 8 teams suspected to get 46 wins or more, just like Jordan's era and just like MJ's era. There was one team, the Warriors now, and MJ's Bulls, that went into every season as a ridiculous, overwhelming finals favorite. But the league was great then and apparently terrible now. It's MJ once again protecting his brand. All right, let's go to the goofiest call of all time. It was Jets and Patriots. I admit, in my Blazing 5, I did take the Patriots -9, so at the moment I thought it was the greatest call I'd ever seen. It clearly is the most confusing. Now, let me start before we show it. We've always known in football that rules near the end zone for catches and non-end zone are different. Ball rolls out of the end zone, it comes back to the 20. What I hate about this call is the punishment does not fit the crime. This is like jail time for jaywalking, the death penalty for a parking ticket. So essentially, not only did the Jets lose a touchdown, they lost possession of the ball and therefore momentum in the game. Here it is from CBS.
McCown locates his tight end. Safarian-Jenkins battling for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. What a turn of events here. Tony Corrente looked at the replay. They've determined that Safarian-Jenkins lost control of the football, and they're ruling it a fumble through the back of the end zone. I'm just trying to fully understand the call.
He doesn't fumble it out of the end zone. That's one of the strangest decisions on a call like that I've ever seen. They say he fumbled it out of the end zone. He never fumbled it out of the end zone.
Okay, this goes to my cell phone analogy, Christine, is that this is where the NFL and the catch rule befuddles me. If I have my cell phone right here in my hand, and I maintain it in my sphere, and I just drop it here to my hand, boom. The NFL is saying, no, it is now John Goulet's cell phone. If I literally have it, and it just, whoo, but I never lose total control, I still maintain, and by the way, I'm walking down the street like Jenkins, the tight end, so I'm headed in the same direction. I literally drop my cell phone, and they're saying, no, it is John Goulet's cell phone, because I maintain possession. I had possession, bobbled, maintain it, same guy heading in the same direction. I never lost control of my cell phone. It fell from one hand to the other.
Or you got lucky because one hand was there.
Well, and by the way, did he get luck? My point is, the ball never hit the ground. It was never fumbled. He never, you say he was going in the same direction from the time it went from one hand to the other. It was never pulled out. The Patriots never touched it. And then he hit the cone. And, John, am I nuts on this? The punishment, and they not only take the touchdown, and by the way, the NFL is trying not to overturn calls. They would prefer the evidence be irrefutable. So, what? You lose the touchdown and possession of the ball? That was the football game. I just hate that ruling. I hate the call. It may be officially correct, but this is my knock on the NFL right now in the catch rule. In my entire life, I've been watching the NFL for 40 years. A catch was something. And in the last 3 years, they have changed and modified what a catch is. In your lifetime, was that ever not a catch? Has it, running, has it, touchdown. In full speed, ruled touchdown. Has it, running. He appears to lose it momentarily, then secures it, and it hits the pylon. I don't get it. Drives me crazy. Christine, the news.
No.